Welcome back, everyone. Mega Chief Construct Creator here, or Halo John, here with one of my few talking videos comparing all the scarabs that I built. I have the original scarab, the Banished Scarab that I built, and then the extra large scarab. Obviously, the Banished Scarab is custom built, and the extra large one is the basis of the original scarab, added in a lot more pieces and parts. People have asked me where I got so many of these pieces from. Obviously, I took the basis of a scarab to build the Banished Scarab and had the purple mauve pieces left. So I used that on the larger, extra large scarab. Why build an extra large scarab? Well, I just thought the original one, even though it was quite large to begin with, didn't have a lot of play area. So what I did was built a much larger one, which a lot more features. It's larger, taller, longer than the original one, and it's fully self-supportive. Even though you see I put a supportive piece there, but it's not really necessary. I could do without it. I added the profits in there, and I added some of the other rooms in there, as you saw from the video, with all the honor guards, with the with also the holographic profit. As you may know, how I got the basis for the Banished Scarab, from what I read, obviously the Banished stole a lot of the vehicles from the Covenant to build their vehicles. So from that, I just took the bases, or the bottom part of the Scarab, added onto the legs, and then it said it was much more heavy armored. So obviously I made it a lot more armored. Let me try to get closer to it. It took me several renditions, several tries before I came up with a part that I actually liked with the Banished Scarab. I took a lot of liberties, obviously. It's not to scale, but when it came out, I think it came out pretty well. No, again, this is my fourth version of it before I came out with a version I truly liked of it, though. Let me try to get closer. You have to actually see this in person. I'm not that happy the way the legs came out, but I wanted to make sure it's self-supportive. Again, it's very heavily armored. A lot of pieces are involved there, so it's quite heavy, but it can fully support itself, and the legs can actually move as well. So it came out pretty happy the way I made it. If you've seen the videos, the back of it came out much better than than I thought. The legs could have been improved a little bit better, like I said. The head, not fully what I expected, but with what parts limitations that I have, this is what I came up with. As you can tell from a lot of creators, you're pretty much limited to what pieces you do have. If I had better pieces or more pieces which I liked, I think this would came out better. I don't like to color or paint any of the pieces and just use the pieces that I do have. So I'm happy the way it came out with what limitations that I did have. There it goes. Again, it's not fully to form, but the way the legs are, I try to make it as scaly as what the picture came out to. If you want to see the full video, obviously you can see it on my channel. And that's the Banished Scarab. Obviously, this is the original Scarab. And then, of course, I have the extra large Scarab. From this view, I think you might be able to see that it is larger in size. It's much longer. It's quite larger. It could fit the whole ghost on there, which the original one you couldn't. So I made that part a lot longer. I made it taller, and it's fully supportive, like I said. I made a platform where the ghost can take off from. Here it is. As you can see, let me just take the profits off for a second. I made the chairs, custom made these chairs for each of the profits. Like I said, I made the the extra throne room there with the Taurus and the honor guards. I don't know if you can see the holograph of the Blue Prophet from the original Scarab build. Then there's another layer underneath. The one difference that I did make between these two Scarabs, I made all the rooms connecting, meaning I think as you look at the original one, the driver's seats in the front are not connected to the back. I emptied that all out here in the back here, so the troops can move from part to part, where Chief can actually go from place to place to fight or to try to destroy the Scarab manually. Like I was saying, happy the way it turned out. A lot of custom features in there, a lot of playability in it. But that's why I feel Mega wants us to try to do sometimes. Not build just what's in the box, but build what's outside. Have your own custom features involved. I think to a lot of us, and rightfully so, do build the actual what's in the box because the vehicle is such a nice build. But if you can build some other stuff custom-wise, it's a lot more fun. You don't always have to build what's in the box itself, and just let your imagination go. Case in point, the Falcon Sweep. I didn't actually have an open one, but I hear how great the build was. Everyone's telling me how sturdy and how well the build is. A lot of times I do build what's in the box. Obviously, I have everything built as well, but I just want the experience of building a vehicle. So I actually never opened any of my Falcon Sweeps. I felt that I have so many Falcons already, I didn't need to do that. But since they said that, I had the instructions online, and I actually built my own Falcon Sweep with the secondary green and using the pieces. Now, obviously, I didn't have all the pieces necessary because a lot of the new pieces were new, but I just had to substitute it and build it on my own, taking some liberties. As you can see, I have all of the Noble team in there. One difference I did make, I made the cockpit accessible from the cabin itself. I left all their backpacks and stuff in that area, and I had Carter flying the vehicle. But if they needed to, they could actually reach Carter from the cabin. But again, I built that on my own. I didn't need the actual Falcon Sweep. Obviously, I had the Noble team, and I built that. But getting back to the Scarabs, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a much more satisfying build when you do build it on your own. I think it turned out pretty nicely. I actually would have liked it to be a little bit bigger, but the pieces just didn't add up, and I just didn't want to make the legs put too much pressure on the legs itself. But that's the difference between the two Scarabs. People wanted to see it better, so there you go. There's my Banished Scarab. If you want to see it, obviously just turn on the video link, and you can see my my rendition of the Banished. Now, this is not better. I think Raku Customs has a much better version of this. But again, all my vehicles are 100% Mega Bloks, Mega Construx. I don't like using pieces from other lines. And again, I'm like I said before, I'm limited to the library of pieces that I do have. But again, I feel that that's what should be done, in my opinion, that you just use Mega Bloks and Mega Construct pieces, though. But again, it turned out well. As in the game, the original Scarab is much taller. But if you take a look at some of the videos of the Banished, it's much leaner. And that's what I try to do, much leaner, not as tall as the original Scarab. There's the comparison between the two of those vehicles. Let me try to get a little up close more. They're about the same length. The base is obviously the same because I use the same base for both of them. The original Scarab might be a little longer from on top, but again, the Banished one is definitely much more sturdier, much more heavily armored, and much more leaner. And obviously this is what I mean by playability. I put a lot more of the troops on the side to show just how much more room there is actually. Quickly, these are the three prophets in their chairs, in their custom built. I took some of the build or the instructions from the Shadow Convoy, but most of it I built on my own. I had some of the pieces, like I said, so it made it pretty nice. Not actually exactly what they had, but pretty much close to what they had. Again, I'm just limited by the pieces that I do have, though, actually. But I think they came out pretty good, actually. Well, again, everyone, thank you for watching. This is my comparison video of all three vehicles. Thank you again.